When an expensive company, which usually makes pretty overpriced stuff, comes up with an affordable item for everyone, that really gets a lot of people's attention. Say Supreme dropped a hoodie which you can actually afford, or Apple made a phone that makes sense to buy. That's exactly what happened with the new iPhone SE 2, and that is the most interesting iPhone I've seen in a while. Now I'm sure you've already seen a lot of media coverage from very good sources about the iPhone SE 2, but I'm here to speak about what interested me because I'm not really an Apple person. Apple's target customers are those who want everything out of the box and they don't want anything extra or to be able to do anything more with their phones. That's not me. When I pay for a device, I want it to be distinctively mine. It should be personalized, it should be customizable, and it should really adjust to my lifestyle and not the other way around. But really there are only two reasons why I am talking about the iPhone SE 2 at all. The price tag of $399 and the value it offers. Now it kind of is a no-brainer for most people to go for the iPhone SE 2 because it packs the latest hardware in a slightly older body. It is the exact replica of an iPhone 8 with the internals of an iPhone 11. And because of the fact that they didn't really innovate anything new and simply repurpose the parts and the designs that they already had, they managed to keep the price tag really low. Well, it's not that low, but it's definitely low enough considering the other iPhones go over $1,000. Now, I'm not sure how the $399 USD price tag will carry over to other currencies like Indian rupees because the conversion rate isn't all that great. Not to mention there's an Apple tax on it because Apple is paying our government more to be able to sell their phones here. So they are charging us more to make the profits even. But for those who just want the power of the Apple A13 chipset and don't mind having an older chassis, in fact, they may be even looking forward to the Touch ID implementation on that thing because even the latest flagship iPhones do not have Touch ID, and I'm sure there are many who still appreciate the convenience of a fingerprint sensor. Now when Apple has set the price that low, which is not really typical of them, the value that the phone otherwise would have offered definitely increases because now you're paying less for what's essentially an iPhone 11 in an older design. While the iPhone 11 series, the 11, 11 Pro and the 11 Pro Max are focusing on people who are willing to change, people who are ready to move on from the normal top and bottom bezel design to a huge notch design. But there are some who are still holding on to their iPhone 6s and the iPhone 7 or 8 and are not willing to move on because they don't want anything to change with that. Frankly, those phones are still really good, other than of course the battery starts deteriorating after a while. There is no reliable way to fix them. And if they were looking for a major hardware upgrade without really changing the form factor, iPhone SE 2 really is right in their ballpark. But the value term here, it comes with a catch. Like, it's not a whole new experience altogether for the price of $399 USD. The SE 2 is a newer version of the iPhone 8, which was originally launched with that design. It has better cameras, better specs, slightly better battery life and better compatibility for the built-in OS. But it doesn't have any one feature in particular that stands out from the rest. Like, it does not have the redefined iPhone 11 camera or maybe the latest display technology or whatever like that. It's still rocking the same 720p IPS LCD display. Again, this is for those who just want to upgrade their iPhones to something similar without really like going in with the notch design and sacrificing the fingerprint sensor. This is not a budget phone option, so if you're looking for a phone under $399 USD, there are plenty of great options out there which are like far superior to the iPhone SE 2. However, the iPhone SE 2 isn't really a slouch when it comes to performance. Just like the original iPhone SE, the lower resolution display allows it to have tremendous performance and decent battery advantages as compared to the existing iPhones, or even any other phones for that matter. But where it would start to show its age is in the display. I can't think of any other part of the phone that would really age that much other than the battery, of course. The display is the only thing that's lagging behind because when for the price tag of just 15,000 rupees you're getting AMOLED displays with in-display fingerprint sensors here with the likes of Realme, it becomes a tough sell for people who are just looking for a high quality affordable phone. But thankfully it's not marketed that way. The iPhone SE 2 is a solid iPhone in the budget segment which gets everything right but doesn't excel in any one thing as compared to their flagship iPhones. And that's really the way to look at it, not as a standalone device that can completely replace your existing phone, but more like the incremental upgrade that combines the older design that many people loved with the new powerful internals that can definitely last you for the next 2 to 3 years. And as far as I can tell, people are liking it. iPhone SE 2 is the right move made by Apple, and a lot of people who were looking for an iPhone upgrade would probably consider this over the iPhone 11 as well. But should they? That's a question that individuals have to answer for themselves, because ultimately you will be using the phone and not someone else. So I'm not going to recommend iPhone SE2 to anyone. In fact, I wouldn't even go out and buy it myself if I was looking for a budget iPhone. As long as Android phones are out there, it's unlikely that I would switch to an iPhone, but if I were to do it now, my money would still go for the iPhone 11. To me, that has the best of all that I'm looking for in a phone: a nice bright display, great powerful internals, excellent battery life, and fantastic set of cameras. But iPhone SE2 is something that my dad would want. He wants a small phone. It doesn't really care about the display quality that much, but he just wants a phone that's reliable, high quality, and lasts him at least 2 to 3 years. So if you are someone like that, then yes, iPhone SE2 is a fantastic phone. If not, well, there are tons of other options in the Android side. So what do you think of the iPhone SE2? Do you think it was smart of Apple to go with the iPhone 8's design, or should they have used the notched design of the iPhone 11 instead? Let me know in the comments down below. Quarantine's almost over, just one more week, so hang in there. And until next time, take it easy, and I'll see you soon.